Join us as we create serene beauty on a tree called Oh Holy Night using golds, creams, pinks, and cherubs and a nativity set. So I'm continuing working today in the dining room, which if you caught the video already, you saw that it is going to be pink. I'm looking over there, pinks, golds, and creams. And I used a lot of cherubs, which Marianne loves the cherubs. And I have to incorporate them every year somewhere. And she also asked this year, she said to me, oh, I really miss when we used to do the room with the soft pinks and stuff like that with the cherubs and which we used to do almost all the time in the living room here. But I've been changing everything so much lately that I don't think I've had that combination for a while. But anyway, I'm doing my theme in the dining room this year is called Oh Holy Night. And you may have remembered 3 or 4 years ago, I can't even remember now, I did the 3 trees with the big Holy Family, the gold Holy Family in the middle of it. And she really liked that. So I'm going to do a version of that this year. Remember I said that it's kind of like my favorite things, but with a twist. So that was one of Marianne's favorite things. So the twist that I'm going to do this year is I'm going to incorporate the nativity scene, the pieces that my sister-in-law made in ceramics, which you may have seen in prior years. But what I'm doing is I'm actually incorporating it into the tree. And it's going to be a combination of that and plus, have you ever seen the Metropolitan Museum in New York City, the tree with all the angels on it? It has nothing but angels on it and a nativity on the bottom. So that has also been an inspiration for me a long time. It's just so beautiful. It's so simple, yet so meaningful and so beautiful. So that's what I want to try to create in the dining room. Something that's very meaningful, yet beautiful, and traditional, yet non-traditional. So I had to come up with that idea of how I was going to do this because I'm really afraid for those pieces because people have a dirty habit of touching everything when they come here. And, sometimes I feel funny to say, hey, stop it. Don't you touch anything, especially if they're old. They should know better, but they don't. And this year already, we've been getting a lot of requests to come to see everything, and some of them are little kids. Now, although it's like through the mind of a little kid, everything, it's definitely not for little kids because they like to touch. But, if the parents are good, they don't touch. But sometimes the parents touch more than the kids. Anyway, so back to Oh Holy Night. So I needed to figure out how am I going to create shelves in the tree for the figures of the Nativity. So I started looking around outside and I found some garden things that I think I can coordinate, or I can't think of the word right now. I just had a brain, so to incorporate into the tree. So what I did so far was I spray painted them like a hunter green so they blend a little bit more. So let's go take a look at that tree right now. All right, so here is the tree right here. It's 9.5 feet, I think. I had to bend the top branch down, which is okay. So what I'm going to do is, I didn't fluff it yet. I just put it out there. And before I do anything else to it, I have to, and please ignore Thanksgiving in the window because, we just went through Halloween muss. Now we're in Thanksgiving muss, but, more Christmas. So that's, I still have, to the outside world, it's, it's fall. Anyway, I keep going off subject. So, Yeah, I'm going to start incorporating those garden pieces in here. Now, I have not cut the shelving off that's going to go on top of them yet because I have to get an idea of where they're going to fit. So let me get at least the first one that I know Joseph, Mary, and Jesus are going to go on. All right, so you can see I didn't incorporate them yet because I have to get an idea of where they're going to go. So this is, you see, this is for a plant outside, right? And this is where the Holy Family is going to go here. And then I have this, and this for more figures, right? And then one will be down there, probably those big animals. There's a big camel, and I'm afraid to put him up too high, that something might happen. And then what I'll do is I will then create a some kind of ornament cascade coming down here, and then all the cherub angels will go around the outside of the tree. Does that make sense to you? Okay, well, probably not. But anyway, I'm going to now measure what size I need to cut the boards that go on top of all of these pieces. Okay, so I started to incorporate these garden pieces into the tree. I pushed them in and I used some wiring as well as the tree branches to hold them in place. Then I decided I wanted it to look a little bit mystical, so I would like some candles. But again, I didn't really want to go out and buy anything because we're never sure that we're ever going to repeat this again. So I used the candles. That was a candelabra right there. And I used the candles that we normally would put in the windows. And all of the shelves except that one got a candle. So right now I have arranged the bottom of the tree. I've added the picks from another Christmas tree so that it looks like the tree goes all the way down to the floor, because I didn't like the way it ended. It kind of looked too abrupt. So I added those branches, and then I put lights in there as well as twinkling lights, because I wanted this to look as mystical as we could possibly make it. Now the topper is next, and I wanted it to be really simple. I'm going to use 4 of these brighter pink eucalyptus pieces. They're kind of frosty looking. And I'm going to use a very glittery, darker pink kind of a color. So it's kind of like a thriller and a filler, no spiller again, because I wanted it more simplistic. I just wanted color up there. So there's the eucalyptus, and I added in those pink glittery picks as well. Next thing was to create the cascading look of balls. I used the pink balls right here, and this was like really challenging and really difficult. I put it right onto the tree. I didn't string them separately. And at this point right now, I was starting to think to myself, I think I made a mistake. And I don't know how I'm going to fix this, because I really don't like the way this looks. And I'm not quite sure what I was going to do. But I figured, let me go on, because I invested so much time and so much work. P.S. This is one of the most difficult trees that I've ever decorated, and that is no lie. So next in was some ribbon. I used a Costco ribbon, the mauve and the gold. I then added in gold ornaments as well, and then I started layering in these berry picks, and that's what made the story change altogether. Once those went in, it started to look great. These little pink snowflakes. And then where the transitions occurred, I put in gold picks. I had a few gold picks left. And then my frosted ficus leaves that I put almost everywhere on the tree to add texture and sparkle. These were the shelves. You see, I put glitter on the top of them, but I wanted them to look like slices of a tree that were just sticking out of the tree. And of course, the cherubs, and here we go. So I hope you like it. Let me know what you think, and enjoy.